That's a good question. I did love Henriksen. He was a lot of fun to shoot with. He was a cool guy, and he did a great job and added a whole new adult element and aspect to the show. I always like the recurring demons for some reason, because I feel like, you know, usually if we run into demons, they have to be killed off. But even from the demon that was Nicky Aycox in season 1 that ended up becoming Sam in season 2 for a little bit. Yeah, because I think it's starting to give us an insight into what it is we're going against. You know, we know ghosts are bad and Wendigos are bad and bugs are bad, and so you know, kill those things. But it's really interesting trying to figure out, because I still like to watch it as an audience member whenever I can and try and figure out what the writers are thinking. Like, I'm in the same boat as y'all guys. I'm going like, what are the writers doing? Like, what are they trying to hint at in this episode that we're going to see in 3 episodes and go, oh yeah, remember when this happened, blah, blah, blah. So I like the recurring demons. And I guess Ruby's been a really cool character because she's revealed so much about Sam. And we're going, wait a second, here's this demon saying that, that Sam was supposed to be the leader, and like, she's trying to get him to turn into a demonoid, mandroid. So I like the recurring demons. I think they tell us a lot about the show.
Hi, Jared. I'm Erin.
Hi.
Yesterday we heard Sandy say that your dog Harley was all right, and after the surgery, and I'm just really happy to hear that.
Thank you. I'm too. She didn't tell me nothing.
And back to the art thing that she was talking about. We actually did drawings of your dogs for you.
Oh, come on.
And we wanted to give them to you, so can we give them?
Please do.
Okay.
That's amazing. Yeah, see, my dog drawings look like my human drawings. It's like 4 legs and a head, an ear, sometimes 2. Wow. Look at this, guys. This is really awesome, guys. That'll go with me to Vancouver, thank you. I don't have Harley, so it's good to have my dogs with me. Thanks, guys. No one ever drew my dogs for me when I was on Gilmore Girls. That's what I'm saying, the people in the show where we've become a brotherhood and sisterhood. I guess mostly a sisterhood. Ladies. That's cool. I'm inducted into the sisterhood? Don't tell my fiance. I know. Thank you very much, by the way.
Hi.
Hi, Satan.
I'm Naomi, and I actually took that exorcism personally.
You still got the horns? It didn't work.
I'm very powerful.
Apparently.
But I have a question.
Sure.
Which is, if you could be in a remake of any classic film, which one would you be in, and who would you like to have as your co-stars?
Wow, that's a great question. I think most recently, the classic film that I sort of watched, partially because I hadn't seen it in a while and partially because I was working with him, was Lawrence of Arabia with Peter O'Toole. And that, I watched it, and it's a meal of a movie. It's 2 discs and 3-something hours or 4 hours, and it's never boring and it's never slow. And I think his character, L. Ahrens, is so powerful and such a leader. And it's exactly how Peter O'Toole is, by the way. He just walks in, he doesn't disrespect anybody, but he commands respect just the way he holds himself. And I think that'd be a lot of fun to shoot. And then my guest star would be Jessica Biel. I'm just kidding, totally kidding. I have a lot of actors that I love to work with, like the Johnny Depps, obviously, and yeah. So I think if I could choose a guest star, I'd Johnny Depp. Ow!
Jared.
Hi.
Can you tell us a little bit about what the easiest aspect of Sam's personality to tap into besides...
The looks.
I was going to say besides being a smarty pants.
Probably the smart assness.
And what is the hardest to tap into because it's so unlike you?
Okay. The easiest is the... It's a great question. I think the easiest is probably his analytical mind. Like I'm definitely I don't want to say I'm a thinker because that makes it sound like I'm intelligent, but I mean I like to think things out. I like to try and see it from different aspects, and it was easy for me to kind of get to that aspect of Sam's character, you know, seeing it from this angle instead of that angle, instead of just the first angle, trying to play devil's advocate. Like I'll find myself arguing with Sandy sometimes and saying something that I don't even think is true, but I'm just saying it to try and see where it goes, you know? And so I think Sam has a little bit of that. Sam's like, wait, Dean, like what about this, you know? What if the demon's good? Even if Sam thinks the demon is bad or knows the demon is bad, he's saying, let's think it out first. And the hardest part has been, his willingness to sacrifice himself to hunt ghosts. I mean, it's hard to tap into that in reality, you know? It's hard to go like, oh yeah, that's kind of like how I like to, you know, chase spirits. I'll just tap into that part. So anything dealing with the supernatural has been it was tough at first to find the reality because you're going, watch out for the Wendigo, you know, and you want to say it like, dun, 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 but you have to remember that it's real and that you're very scared, but you know what it is. And so his knowledge of ghosts sometimes, there's a scene that we just shot, and I'm saying, and the girl's saying, you know, it said, come to me. And I'm going, what words did he use? And she says, come to me, like 1,000,000 times. And then it hits Sam, like, oh, it's this. And I'm like, I don't know what it is, but Sam knows his dad's journal back and forth about all these demons, so that's been the toughest part. Where is it now? I see so many hands.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Can.
I'm Jared.
This is so weird. Like you live in my TV.
Pause. I can.
Yesterday, someone asked Jim Bieber what his favorite charity was, and I was wondering what your favorite charity was, or if there's any causes that are close to your heart.
There are many causes that are close to my heart. I've been very upfront about how I feel about rescuing dogs and just animal shelters in general. Sandy, I know, is a fan of St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and that's also another very worthy cause. But at least for me, I've always had a special soft spot for animals.
All right.
All right.
First, I want to say thank you for coming out here. We know how busy your schedule is, and the fact that you even made today is just awesome. And
crazy busy, but this is but that's work, and this is why I work. So.
I actually have a question for you. We would like to know, my friend and I, would like to know what you think of the fan fictions and the RPGs, and most of all of Wincest, because Jensen has said a few things. We want to know your opinion.
I'm obviously a little spooked by Wincest, because I'm like, is that Jensen? But the fan fiction and the RPGs, I think, is sort of an aspect of what I was talking about earlier, about how everybody's taken apart in Supernatural, and they're not just watching it to, you know, I don't see anybody writing episodes of Grey's Anatomy, you know, go like, and then the doctor will say this and use a scalpel, but they become really passionate about the show, and I think especially for the fans of Supernatural, it's great. It's a great learning tool and exploring tool to explore this world. So I'm supportive. Hi.
Hi, Sharon.